Hello there, and welcome to Sit for a Spell. You may have noticed that it's been quite some time since I've done one of these, literally a couple of years. I'm not going to get into all of the details as to why, but I'm back, and I intend to renew these on a regular basis. I don't know if I'm going to get back and doing them every couple of weeks right away. It may be once a month at first, but we'll see how it goes, and I'll give it a try and see what happens. So, one of the many reasons why I haven't been doing these is that I needed to replace my equipment. I'm not wealthy, and I had a $1,000 video camera that I've been unable to replace since. So this is actually being filmed on my phone, which is now in high definition and therefore better quality than what I was originally filming in anyway. So I'm going to try a new way of doing this. Let me know what you think. So today I'm going to show you a couple of quick charms for success. And I'm also going to show you a recipe that's loosely based on a hoodoo recipe for something called solid gold job oil, which is kind of cobbled together from my memory and what I happen to have around the house. But that's the beautiful thing about hoodoo. Being a folk tradition, it's eminently practical. So you can substitute for the most part and use what you've got to hand. So let's get started. So the simplest one comes to us from Celtic tradition, and that is, if you can find it, you can wear a 4-leaf clover around your neck. So I don't know if you can see. Yes, there you go. This charm was lent to me by my friend Blake, who thought I could use some good luck. So, wear it around your neck, put it in a pocket, put it above the place where you sleep. If you're a believer in the magic of stones, then citrine is a good one for financial success. It's, you put this in with the things that you would use for whatever it is that you do your profession with. So if you're a writer like me, you would put it on your computer keyboard, and you could also wear it in a pocket or whatever. And the other one is Larimar. Larimar is a little bit more expensive. It's blue and often has these brown thingies on it. You can also get it in both of these stones actually in gem quality. And you can put, this is the same thing. When I was reading tarot, I would put this in the in my tarot bag when I went to go do that. I'm not currently doing that, but I would do it again. Now, another good one that you can find around your house with kitchen herbs are bay leaves. And what I'm going to do with these is I'm actually going to put them in my shoes. I would put them under the insole. I've got this, orthopedic insole there, but you put one underneath. And then that way it doesn't, rub against your foot while you're wearing the shoe. And the other one here. And just walk around with those, and it should bring you luck and success with every step that you take. So for this spell, your absolute cannot live without ingredient is 1 gold ring. This can be old costume jewelry, an engagement ring that you don't want to wear but never wanted to give back, whatever. This I happen to have left over from when I owned my store. This is a kind of cheap gold-plated man's ring, which isn't ideal. Ideally, it should be as genuine gold as possible. But like I said, hoodoo is eminently practical, and that's what I've got. So that's what I'm going to use. You need a small glass jar. I had, this was part of dinner last night, so this will be perfect. A little witch tip, everybody, keep your little glass jars, especially if they're really small, because you will always, as a witch, find a purpose for these. Right? And then a variety of herbs is what I have on hand. The traditional one is called High John the Conqueror root, or jalap root. and that's, that's the one that's the most traditional in this, so I made sure I have some of this, but if you don't have this, there's other things you can use as well, and I'll show you as we go. So, the first thing is that you put the gold ring in the jar. There you go. You'll need some of the John the Conqueror root. Let's see here. I don't want to use that piece, it's too big. Can I get it the small one down there? The problem with this stuff is that it's very hard and it's difficult to grind up. Sometimes you can buy it in little pieces, as you can see I've got some at the bottom, but I don't necessarily want to. So there's a whole one. Why not? Let's go for it. To this, I'm going to add 3 of our wonderful bay leaves here. Can't see it because for some reason it's being uncooperative. There you go, bay leaves. Make sure you add whole ones. This isn't going to do. It just doesn't carry the same kind of magical properties. I mean, it's fine for cooking, but it's not ideal for this spell. So after some difficulty here, I've managed to find 3 intact, small enough bay leaves. You can use a bigger jar too, guys. It's just that this is what I happen to have on hand, so we'll put those in there. There we go. Okay, and I don't need that one anymore. Now, this is my ritual tobacco. Notice that it's like solid, intact leaves of good quality tobacco. It's not, you know, cigarette tobacco, which I think is kind of gross. And if that's what you got, you can use that. This is optional. You don't have to use it at all. This is just something that is good for protection, good fortune, harnesses spirits. This stuff is a leaf from around cigars. A particular brand of cigar called Leaf by Oscar that has a actual tobacco leaf wrapped around it instead of the usual wrappers. So that's what I used. And cinnamon chips. See, I've made this creative thing here. Okay, there we go. Alright. Now what you do is you fill up your little jar of herbs and the ring with oil. Any kind of cooking type oil will do. I have chosen to use almond oil because it also represents success and good fortune. You fill up the jar. There we go. And now, put the lid on that. Now what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to put it in the sun to charge for 3 days. So perhaps find an east-facing window or a south-facing window, or preferably put it outside somewhere so I can get the full light of the sun for as much of the day as possible. I have a tree on the property where I live where I tend to put these things, and I stick them in the little crux of the tree. I believe that it also imparts energy from the tree and the earth while I do that to charge things, so that's how I tend to do it, but you can do that however you like. And then what you do with this afterwards is that you anoint things that you want to bring success to. For instance, if you're trying to get a job, you would put a little bit of it on the edge of your resume and perhaps draw a sun design on your forehead. Remember, that's a circle with a dot right in the center of it. When you're going to go for a job interview, or when you're going to, if you're a musician, when you're going to perform, you could anoint your instruments with it. You can anoint the tools you use at your work with it. Say you're a mechanic, you could anoint your wrenches and your screwdrivers, and obviously don't put it on anything where getting oil on it will damage it, so I would not recommend putting it on the inside of your computer if you're a computer repair person. But the idea is that it will bring success and good luck to you and increase your opportunities to improve your business. Now, this spell is best performed on a Sunday or a Thursday in the waxing moon, because Sunday is, of course, associated with the sun, which represents success and happiness, and Thursday is associated with Jupiter, which represents success in business and career, and also mystical insight. So it's even useful to you if you're a metaphysical practitioner. And that is all I have for Sit for a Spell today. As always, if you have ideas or questions, don't hesitate to put them in the comments, and I will see you next time. Merry meet. Hey guys, I've finally got my web store up and running. I've got on-demand classes and signed copies of my books available right now, but soon I'll have all the same products I used to have on my Etsy store, including magical oils. Check it out. Help support the channel. Thanks.